Epic Games will be the next Amazon when it comes to PC gaming in the next 10 years. And I know that I'm going to get a lot of hate from PC gamers everywhere for this, because right now, Epic Games is like the most hated brand in PC gaming. So let's talk about it. Why do people hate the Epic Games Store so much? Well, the biggest reason is because of the whole exclusivity deals that they've been making with AAA titles and all other kinds of PC gaming. The most notable one being when they did it for Metro Exodus, and also when they bought out Psyonix, who owns and operates the game Rocket League. So that's the biggest reason people hate them. The fact that Epic Games keeps making all of these exclusivity deals where they're either permanently exclusive to the Epic Games Store, or these games will only be exclusive to the Epic Games Store for a limited amount of time. And gamers hate that, especially all the Steam loyalists who exclusively get their games from Steam or exclusively get their games from other platforms, and they don't want a competing brand coming in and saying, well, now you can only get our games from us. Not to mention, Epic Games Store still does not have a lot of the features that Steam has. For instance, you can't go onto a forum and talk to other gamers. You can't go and review a game and then have your review seen by other people who are thinking of buying that game. Those little things will be taken care of with time. There's also the fact that the Epic Games as a company itself is financially backed by a Chinese company, as well as numerous reports about them stealing information from clients and from consumers. Okay, cool. A lot of companies do all those things. But let me tell you why I'm pretty sure the Epic Games Store, or Epic Games in general, is going to be huge in the next decade. Steam has not faced competition, not real competition, in a few years now. Now there's other places where you can get your games. You can get it from Origin, you can get it from a couple other places. Okay, cool, that's fine and dandy, but they never really faced big competition who works aggressively to compete with them. Epic Games and the Epic Games Store as a whole is aggressively closing the distance when it comes to competing with Steam for PC gaming. Why? Because they're coming up with all these exclusive deals. They are also dropping prices on games. And let's not forget, the real reason so many games, so many developers, so many publishers are going to the Epic Games Store is solely because of the split. What? Epic Games takes 12% of all revenue that a game sells on their site, whereas Steam takes 30%. 12 compared to 30. If I was a publisher or if I was a developer, yeah, I'd be selling my game through Epic Games Store too, exclusively, just so I can make that money. That's more profit for them. And yet people are still complaining about it. But that is their skill set. That is what's making Epic Games grow so rapidly. On top of the financial backing that they have, which is in like $300 million, they are aggressively working to get these bigger titles, these bigger games to sell with them. And they are going to keep doing this. They are going to keep dropping the price for the next 5 years, because in that time, yes, they are collecting data on all of us, on PC gamers, on anybody who is going on the Epic Games Store. They could probably be taking information from people playing Fortnite right now, but they need to do that. As someone who runs Facebook ads and who runs Instagram ads and who runs YouTube ads, I know how this goes. You do what you need to do to drive traffic over to your site to get eyes on your product, which for Epic Games is the Epic Games Store. And from there, you are collecting data on how many people are visiting your site, how many people are adding to the cart, how many people are buying, because now you have a list of data points and a list of people that you can remarket to bring them back to the site, to remarket to get them to buy again, like all businesses do. You do not make money on the first sale. You make the big money by selling over and over and over again to the same small group of people who will keep buying over and over and over again. Now you have enough data where you can find other people who share similar interests to the people already buying from you. That's called a lookalike audience, people. And they are going to utilize this for the next 5 years to gather data to get people back to their site to keep buying, and they will keep growing. They've already said on numerous reports they are going to keep trying to get exclusive deals or exclusivity with these games. So that's not stopping. And I can see after 5 years, they are going to try to expand to other forms. Nothing is stopping Epic Games from going PC to joining consoles. From going, hey, cloud-based gaming is now becoming a thing on console. Why not set our foot there? Why not compete with the team of Sony and Microsoft and Google? Because we are not only skilled in gaming, which we are, but we're skilled in cloud-based gaming, because if you really think about it, platforms like Steam and the Epic Game Store are essentially cloud-based services. Just minus the fact that, you can't get it straight from there. You have to download the games. But we are moving towards that kind of future. I don't know what else to tell y'all. They're going to expand to that. Then they may expand into hardware, because now they know they have part of the market cornered when it comes to PC gaming. Now let's see if we could get peripherals. Let's see if we could get accessories. Let's see if we start selling all this stuff. How would it go? And if they get into that point, in the next decade, they are going to be the giants when it comes to gaming, PC and console. And no matter how much we resist as people, let me tell you, we tend to just go with the flow at some point. If you don't believe me, let's remember this. There was a time when we would not trust getting in a stranger's car outside of yellow or official taxis. Now we have Uber, now we have Lyft, now we have Juno, Via, all of them. There was a time where we thought that wireless earbuds were ridiculous. Now Bose has them, Apple has them, Samsung has them, and we wear them no problem. No matter how ridiculous we think they look, we still eventually went with it. Heck, there was a time where people thought a phone that you could store music in was stupid. And that was the first iPhone. And how many people have iPhones now? How many of you are listening to this podcast right now on an iPhone? The same thing does not change when it comes to gaming. When it comes to gaming, we will resist in the beginning. We have done that with digital downloads for games, and we eventually adopted it. We did not think, headsets would be a thing to talk to people. We adopted those easily. And we will adopt Epic Game Store being big when it comes to gaming.